All right, Scrafters. This is Big Boss, in the bottom right of Curious Minds, and up here in the top left, it's Kupermeister. So a ZVZ or ZVZ, as it could also be known, Zerg v Zerg, and Coop is going to go ahead and scout with his overlord. Big Boss Latios going for the more controversial not scouting. I say scouting, it's like the world's slowest scout, isn't it? But what it is good at, if you send it, you send your overlord, I think I've mentioned this before, I'm sure I have, send it into this sort of location. You can even just shift click it to get to about here and then sort of retreat to somewhere over here so it can't get sniped, with a view to sending it back in later. And the point of that is that you get to see the timing of the hatchery. You get to see when your opponent went hatch. Now, both of these players have in fact gone pull first. Bit weird. I don't mind it when you're against another Zerg. I don't mind going pull first, but these are not, I don't know, this pull not actually finished yet. But anyway, both players having gone pull first. I don't mind a safety pull. The Evo, I don't mind that either, you know what I mean? I actually don't. If you're playing ZVZ and you go pull first and you get the Evo done and you get +1, you can really win the Ling fight, something shocking. Yeah, which is useful. A Spore Crawler there, I really don't understand what on earth that is doing. I mean, the Queen, okay, the Spore Crawler gets the kill, but the Queen would have killed the Overlord. It had come too deep. There are Lings coming across the map for Coop, and Coop is currently supply blocked. So these Lings should be able to shut this down, because I don't believe there's any units. Well, there's 2 Lings on the other side of the map, but it's just not enough. So Latios is going to get hurt by this, and there's more Lings coming as well. 10 Lings coming out for Latios, and Speed about to finish up. Now, once he's got Speed, his Lings just win, but Coop has got the snipe on the base there. I don't really understand why the base wasn't here. Not, why not? Put it here and you can join it up with creep, you can get your reinforcements to it. That isn't quite centered, is it? It's not in the right place, not to worry. But yeah, if we look at the army supply, I feel like Coop can just walk across the map right now and win. I'd also really like Coop to kill this Overlord. Look at it there. He's got 2 queens. Bring the queens forward and just snipe that. It's always, he's got 3 queens. It's always worth doing, because there's always a chance you supply block your opponent when you do that. So the Lings and Roaches are going to come in. These Lings of Big Boss should be enough to clean this up. But the Roaches will trade really well against it. It would have been very close actually had Coop just stood and fought. He would have killed a few more of those. I still think the Lings maybe would have just about won it, but he might have had like 1-2 left, So a reasonable trade, but he loses this base again. Still, Latios, Big Boss, is determined to get up to 4 bases. Wouldn't mind seeing him kill that Overlord as well. What is with this just letting the other player's Overlord just be in your base? Stop that. Kill it. Do it in. Shoot it. Look, you've got 4 Ravagers, 4 Corrosive Basel. Kill that. Dead. Let's talk about this army supply difference. 52 to 18. If Coop pulls the trigger on this and just heads across the map, he's won. I am liking the creep spread. Creep spread, so important for Zerg. So do it, is my advice to you. Do creep spread in. Don't be the person that doesn't bother to drop any creep whatsoever. So I just don't see that this army of Latios can possibly kill these Roaches. To kill Roaches with Lings, it's such an inefficient trade. You have to just have overwhelming numbers. He's got a Lurker down. Here we are with a Lurker down, but there are no Hydras out, and there's certainly no Lurkers, which is actually a bit of a shame, because if there were, they would win. Lurkers are absolutely badass. I don't think we've seen any Lurkers yet in the EMS tournament. This starting to look ominous now for Latios. As this creep recedes, these buildings will start to bleed out, but I don't think that's going to matter, because Coop is going to find this base in the bottom left and kill it. There's a salt hatch has gone down up in the top, but you know, as this creep spreads out, it'll probably find that as well. Yeah, and Coop actually looking around for the remaining stuff. But do bear in mind, he's got to kill these things. The extractors won't bleed out. You can see this Hydra down, you can see its health just going down because it's no longer on creep. But these won't, so you do have to actively kill them. And it's worth killing these buildings right now, because if your opponent does have a hatchery, and you know that they do because they're not being revealed somewhere else, they'd be able to build links and they'd be able to build hydras, so you want to shut that down. Okay, yeah, only a matter of time before this gets farmed, really, the salt hatchery. It's 105 army supply too, so you know what, this is just kind of, let's go times it. Let's go times it, and we'll watch these units hoon about the map at high speed and find it and win. So it is Kupermeister that, with a pretty convincing game, it has to be said, that goes 1-0 up. Solid play from Coop.